Good morning, everybody. My name is Quinn McLaughlin. I'm the proud owner and president of MJR Electric, and I'm here just going to do a quick video and share with you why you would choose us to do an EV Ready plan and what our EV Ready plans look like. Here's just, I'm going to show you a quick resource on our website right now. If you're going to go and want to learn a little bit about EV Ready plans, we have a tab on our website called EV Ready Plan. So you just select on here. And why do I want to show you this? Just because we have a video that will explain exactly what an EV Ready plan is. And then this video that I'm doing right now is going to show you what we do for our EV Ready plan. And then here's a little bit of a text definition. So if anybody doesn't know what an EV Ready plan is, it is a plan where we come into the building and do a assessment for your power and basically consult you and tell you how much space you have for electric vehicle chargers. The other thing I want to note, as I'm doing this video right now, the rebates have changed once again for standalone chargers. It's up to 75% of the infrastructure costs that they're rebating back. So they've really opened it up for people on the lesser side to get more. And then this video is actually going to be replaced with the video I'm taking now. So this is a great resource and page. And at the bottom, if you're looking at getting more information for a EV Ready plan, we have what's called a EV Ready Plan 5-step guide, which just takes you through the information that you need here in order for us to get prepared for an EV Ready plan and apply for the grant. So yeah, and then here's all the information that we need down here below. So all that is on our website. Feel free to take a look at it. Now, what I'm going to show you now is what one of our EV Ready plans looks like. So this is an EV Ready plan. You can see here on the left is just our letterhead. This is a demo, but you can see, so the very first thing we do is what is called a code electrical building demand calculation. This building here has a 400 amp main service. For example, the majority of buildings are designed for what they used initially, so they don't really have a whole lot of spare space for charging. So if you can see in this example, 400 amp is a 1,115 285 watts of space, and for the total on using the demand calculation. So you can, if you go through here, this shows us our watt calculations for square footage. This is all based on square footage and what load is in your building, whether it's electric heat, elevators, lighting, etc., ovens. And then you can see here, so the actual total demand is 115,560. So they're actually a little bit high on the demand, but it's right in the ballpark. So if we were to use the demand calculation here, we would be at exactly at 403 amps. Well, what we do is we use something called we compare this method to the 12-month BC hydro history. And this gives us a good comparison. So this is actually what you're using in your building is the 12-month BC hydro history. So for this building in particular, we have, this building only uses about 50 kilowatts per month. So out of that 115 that they have available, they're only using 50 in electricity over their peak demand in a 12-month period. So that means over a year, their peak is 50, their peak usage on a monthly basis in their building is 50 kilowatts. So what does that mean? That means that their demand amps is actually at 138 as opposed to 321. So that means there's 172.6 available amps in the building for these electric vehicle chargers. So this is kind of what we go through. And when we do an EV Ready plan, we do a site visit. We're there for about an hour and a half, taking photos, walking through the building, looking at your drawings. We'll want to see the elevator room. We'll want to see your boilers. We want to see maybe one suite and take a look at your baseboard heaters. And we get all this information. That's how we come up with this first calculation for the house demand, or for the building demand. And then we'll ask you to get us the 12-month BC Hydro history. Now, what isn't shown on here, but what we can also do is, it's called a data logger. So we can put a data logger on your service for 3 weeks, and that will record the amount of usage as well. And we can factor that into the report and calculation for a different fee. So again, this is just breaking down the peak here a little bit more. We have to put in a bit of buffer for the remaining space, even it says, but we have to add in that. And then you can also see we're adding in the 3 electric vehicle charging circuits in here. So that's an additional 20 kilowatts of load. So the total remaining space is 45,500. And the reason why we're going to leave this on here and leave extra space is because by this code calculation up top, we're actually already at the max. So we got to leave a little bit of space just in case people all turn on their heaters or all turn on their ovens all at once, that the service has a little bit of grace to accommodate for that extra electricity. Going through this, we have a few charts that just show the minimum performance requirements for the charging. This basically just sharing the amount of sizes, the units in the building, and then it kind of breaks down a little bit more over here. It specifies what the demographic is, and then also specifies how far people drive on average. So that kind of gives us a gauge on how many charging amps that you need and how many circuits or how many chargers we can share on a circuit. So in this building in particular, it was about 45 kilometers in a daily driver. So we take that number and we're like, okay, if they only need 45 kilometers, then we can share the chargers up to 4 or 6 because they'll get that charge back overnight, is kind of the concept there. So moving downwards, just more reiterating what all of that I just explained meant. Charging options for parking spaces to be made EV ready. In this plan, there's only 12 stalls. So what we're doing here is just laying out the plan. Compatible management systems and everything is right here. And these are the incentives that you would be able to get. So I think this is actually above this document here, but it's showing. So we've got incentives available per stall, 600, incentives available from BC Hydro program, 2,500, total rebate, 32,200. So we explain that on the document that we give you on our EV Ready plan, so you have an idea. And then on the opposite side, it shows you what the infrastructure costs are. So this is everything that we're going to install. Typically for something like this, we have to install an oversized 2-inch conduit in the parkade that we branch off of with a bunch of 3/4 inch conduit. And this one, sorry, is for installing a wireless access point. That's just so all of the chargers have internet access. And then we start install 3/4 inch conduits from that big branch of 2-inch to the actual parking stalls. And then from there, we actually branch off and we'll do little jumpers between the stalls. This breaks down the amount of circuits that we're installing here. If we're installing another panel, it would be in here. For this one, we're just reusing the panel that's already there. We also have engineering time and stamp drawings in here. So this is important. Now, anytime that we're doing a job in Vancouver, they are asking for engineer drawings and stamps. So when we go to apply for the permit process, we have to have these engineering drawings, or they do not, or they won't move forward with the project, and we won't get the permit. Only because they've started to see problems over the last 5 years where contractors have gone out and installed way too many chargers, as you can imagine, without engineer drawings or without an engineer approval. And they've been having brownouts. So they've implemented this over the last year. Any any building over 3 or 4 chargers installed needs to have engineered drawings. So this is an important one to have in mind when we're talking about these EV ready plans, and we include it in all of our EV ready plans, except for maybe some of the standalone charging solutions. In here, we break down the actual costs for the building. As you can see, this is what the infrastructure cost is, and then we throw in what the cost for the chargers are, and then you can also see the activation fee and the networking fee. Just to give you a little bit more of an idea, we have the specs of the actual chargers right there, and this is your total eligible costs are $48,555 for this building. Projected rebates are $21,600, so the only project cost would be $21,695. Total net cost per charger is about $2,500, $2,250 in this one. A few things to consider when we're doing these projects. Always plan a little bit of contingency just in case there's anything that comes up. It's usually a smart idea because there could be something that the inspectors ask us to do. One thing we don't include in our quotes are bollards. They're about $500 each, depending on the parkade. Sometimes we'll need to put bollards in front of the electrical equipment so the vehicle cannot back into it. Sometimes we don't. Signage is another one. We don't install the signs if your strata needs it, or if you're looking at, say, taking some visitor parking stalls and making those dedicated EV stalls, then you'll need some paint signage. So those are two kind of things that are not included. And the rest of this document just kind of explains our mission, our purpose a little bit, our agreement for payments, our warranty on the product, and then our appreciation. And then these last few pages here are for BC Hydro specifically. So in this, it doesn't really, I mean, you can look at it, but it's a bunch of verbiage that's specifically for BC Hydro. They go through this and they wanted to see all these numbers specifically for when they go and review these plans. It's not necessarily for the strata, but they require that we have it on here. So just scrolling down to the bottom, this is important too. So EV ready plans must be signed off by an electrical engineer or an FSRB electrician. I am the FSRB for MJR Electric as of right now. All the permits are under my name. What does that mean? FSRB is just it means that you have your contracting license in British Columbia for electrical work. We currently have 2 FSRs on our team, me being one and then Doug as the other. So that's pretty much it for an EV ready plan and how that works. So just showing this again and then going back to our website, you know, this MJR Electric EV Ready Plan page and this video up here is very, very useful tool to help give you a little bit more education on what we're doing. The other thing that I will show you on our website is we do have the EV incentives page. If you're wanting to find out a little bit more about the EV incentives, the information is on here. And then what else is important is if you can click on one of these links, it will take you right to the form that you can apply to. So any of those apply for the application links today. And I'm just looking to see if we have live grant today. Yeah, I don't think we have it linked to the BC Hydro website. Let's see. Here we go. So this will take you right to the website to apply for the EV Ready Plan rebates. But here is where you find out about the program. So you can see here the charger rebates have increased for a limited time for the funding. And you can see down here up to 25,000 for chargers, which is regularly 14,000. So this is huge, right? That's a lot more, and that's for EV ready plans. Up to 25,000 for standalone instead of 14. So that's important to note. And then I'm just trying to see where the verbiage is, where it says 50% instead of 70. Am I taking advantage? Yeah, I can't seem to find it right now. Oh, here we go. It might be under this. So that the EV ready infrastructure is still up to 50%, and the pre-approval required EV infrastructure. Now I'm just looking. It doesn't really say on here for the standalone chargers. Here we go. So strata building owners, individual residents that purchase and install EV chargers to implement their EV ready plan can receive up to 75% of those costs rebatable back instead of regularly 50%. So this is huge, to a maximum of $4,400 per charger, which is regularly only $1,400, and $25,000 per apartment condo complex, which is regularly only $1,400. So right now you guys are getting a screaming deal. If you capitalize on this and we can get moving on it so that you get your incentives approved, it's only for a limited time offer. Then you can see again here, the 108,000, which is when it's regularly 97,000. So that's it for my video. I'm going to stop there. I thank you for taking the time to take a look at this, and feel free to reach out to us through our contact us page, or book now, or just give us a phone call. Either John or I will help. So thanks for this video. Look forward to keeping in touch with you. Talk to you later.